Hi guys, I'm Sherry and this is Gardening in the North. So I've done a lot of videos where I'm in the kitchen and I'm showing you how to preserve the harvest after all your hard work in the garden. But I realized that some of the things that you might want to see are actually in the garden. And so I thought while I putter around today and I clean it up a little bit, get rid of some of the spring stuff, get ready for the fall stuff, I would show you some of the things that I find interesting in the garden. One of the things I want to show you is this Comfrey plant. So I've planted the Comfrey plant right at the beginning of my squash patch, and it seems to have taken over a little bit. And so the benefits of having Comfrey in your garden is that the root system actually drills straight down and grabs a lot of the nutrients that your plants normally can't reach. And all those nutrients are then grown into the leaves. And the great thing about this is that I can rip off those leaves, cut those leaves off, and throw them around my garden, and they will decompose and provide extra nutrients to my plants that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So you can see behind the Comfrey plant here, I have a white scallop plant, or a white scallop squash plant. And I'll just show you the little squash in here. There he is there. And so one of the things I'm going to do today in order to ensure that the squash plant behind the Comfrey plant receives the sun and the airflow that it needs for the pollinators to come in is I'm actually going to just start ripping the leaves off and throwing them on the ground. And then I'm just going to lay them there. And you don't need to be gentle with this plant. I have actually cut this plant back 3 times and it still grows back. And there we go. Now the pollinators can come in and they can pollinate the flowers that we have. Another thing I do want to point out is right now I'm only seeing the male flowers right there. But the females will come. A really good thing to do with your leaves from your Comfrey plants is to lay them around any fruit trees you have. They will benefit and grow much bigger and healthier fruit. Do any of you ever just plant seeds wherever because you have there's some extra space and you think, why not? I did that with my cucumbers. So in and amongst my strawberry patch, I now have a little cucumber plant growing. Take a look. And there it is. One little cucumber plant in and amongst all of its strawberry friends. I want to show you as well that I've been working pretty hard at getting the strawberry crowns all planted in, ensuring that I have double the amount of strawberries for next year. I honestly can't believe how fast they're growing. And just to give you an example of what this patch started off with, I was given probably about 20 little plants that some of them had 3 leaves like this. Some of them were only literally 1 leaf. And I planted them all along this pool fence. I know that in order to increase your your yield for the next year. You make sure you plant your crowns. But one thing that I've never done is I've never cut the crowns off and actually planted them somewhere else. And so I think I'm going to try that and do an experiment and see if the crowns actually take after removing them from the mother plant. As I was walking over to the new strawberry patch location, I realized that one of the cucumber plants that I had planted alongside the pool fence has been neglected. So neglected that the cucumber growing on it is huge. Take a look. It's actually massive. If I put my hand and pull it out. So one of the things that I'm going to do with this cucumber is I'm going to use it for seed saving. Using very mature fruits and veggies to seed save guarantees you a better germination rate. So I'll bring this in when I'm ready to seed save. I'm going to pull back the wood chips. I'm going to add some fresh mushroom compost. I'm going to plant the crowns into it, and then I'm going to cover it back over with wood chips to keep the moisture in. I wanted to give you an update on the strawberry crowns. But before I do that, I just want to show you the small little baby Egyptian walking onions that have started to come up. So exciting. Okay, so let's have a look. One of the things I do want to point out is that some of the leaves have turned a bit brown, but some of them are doing really good. And I think in another week or so, this will look even better. I'd call this a success story.